Now, it isn't often you get a car in that's got such a special story behind it. This is the Jaguar F-Type. It's a V6S, a 2013 model, covered just 25,000 miles. It's in Italian racing red, which is probably the colour to have in an F-Type, or at least up there on the list. My name's Will, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this car and finding out what is the story behind it and why is it so special. You're watching ALX Specialist Cars, and this is the Jaguar F-Type. So the Jaguar F-Type was launched in 2013, and as I mentioned, this is a 2013, so it's actually one of the original F-Types. And when they were first launched, they were actually only available in the convertible model, which is obviously, of course, why this one is the convertible. The roof is the black fabric as well, by the way, which does look fantastic with the Italian racing red. To speak a little more on the colour itself, this is a paid-for option, and it's one that you don't see all too often, for the reason that it was quite an expensive thing to option when you were first purchasing the vehicle. Now, who did first purchase this vehicle? Well, that's where the incredible story starts. This is a one owner from new car, and the amount of information that he's kept along the way, along its journey, is just incredible. We even have the original invoice with the original build sheet and just a plethora of other paperwork to go along with it. Of course, that's not all necessary stuff. You don't need it to buy a car like this, but I think it's always a very, very nice thing to have. And you can, to say my car's had just one previous owner and he's owned it from new, is an incredible just story behind the vehicle. It is a 2013, so he's had the car for just over 11 years now, and we've then purchased it off the gentleman himself. To speak a bit more of the specification, it's got the grey leather interior with the extended leather package, so that's why the grey leather runs from the seats to the dashboard to the side of the vehicle. And this is actually one of the first F-Types we've had with a fully grey leather interior. Quite often you get the black seating, so I think to make it a little bit different, a little bit special, the grey works very, very well. The V6 is then a very powerful motor, but this is of course the V6S. So what does that mean? Well, it's got a little more power than normal. You also get touches of things like the Ignis paddles here, so that's sort of the bronze touches there, and even to the start-stop motor and your sport shifter there. So that's what the S means. It's little touches from the inside and the outside, but it's more about the extra power you get with the car. And of course, at 380 brake horsepower, that is a lot. It's then the rear-wheel drive variant as well, so it can make for a very, very fun drive. Now the convertible, how does it look? Well, the thing I like about the convertible is the slight difference you get from the rear of the vehicle. So you might notice on the non-convertibles you get a spoiler that sits about there, but on the convertibles it's completely different. So it stretches along the entirety of the rear of the car, and that is electronically retractable as well. But if you do go over 70 miles per hour, it will lift automatically, so no speeding. Now, the F-Type from the rear obviously gets the twin chrome exhaust in the middle. S badges there indicating that this is the S model. And the absolute style of the F-Type is very, very apparent from the rear. The diffuser's finished in the lovely gloss black, and you might notice one little weird looking circle there. And that's actually the reverse camera which this car is equipped with. And as I say, you've got the original build sheet if you do buy this car. So you can check on everything, every bit of specification it's got, and you can also check out how much of this car costs new. We'll find out at the end of the video how much it was, but how much do you think this car was brand new in 2013? Other things you get on this particular F-Type, you get the upgraded 19-inch alloy wheels, and they're finished in the original factory silver, the sparkling silver, so they do look very, very good. Touches of chrome run throughout the vehicle. Obviously the exhaust tips are chrome, but then the badging, the Jaguar badging on the front, allowing for a very, very classy look. Let's move to the inside of the vehicle, check out how it sounds, and check out a few of the features that come with a Jaguar F-Type. So getting in the Jaguar F-Type, it starts to become apparent what a special car is, and it does make you feel special driving a car like this. Even to open the door handles is actually quite different. So on the outside of the door handles, you open it from beneath it, and that's how you open the car. Getting in the car, you'll see the leather is just, well, it's very apparent it's just a 25,000 mile car because there's very little wear at all. Obviously you're going to expect some, but on this particular example, there's very little to speak of. Glancing to the door card here, you've got your controls for your seating, so you can lower it electronically, you can lift it electronically, and you can also do the tilt of the rear seat. And the F-Type as well, it doesn't feel like a car that ages at all. It's got a very good screen, it's very intuitive for the age of the car. So it's touchscreen, you've then got shortcuts on the side here, and dynamic mode is on here. You've then got the retractable rear spoiler button there, as well as of course the electronic roof, fully electric by the way. You don't need to do any faffing about with it, it's all electric. Speak a little more of the screen itself. It's got all your normal stuff, climate, navigation, your telephone settings. It's also got things like your ambient lighting, which do make the car a nice place to be. Other thing that sets the F-Type aside from the rest of the cars on the market is, I think, the centre vents, the little touches like that. So you might have noticed when you turn the ignition of the car on, these actually lift up, and likewise when you turn the car back off, they go away and allow for a nice, clean, minimalistic look. So we'll see how the roof actually operates. With this button here, you actually just pull it up, the windows will then lift, the roof starts to operate, and as you'll see, it is fully electric, and it is of course in the black fabric. The windows then finish by going all the way up, and it'll bing to let you know it's done. But that's just a brief introduction to how the car looks, but how does it sound? So guys, that is the Jaguar F-Type V6S, and one that has an incredible story behind it. I've shown you around the entirety of the car, I've shown you how the car sounds. It sounds incredible, and of course that was in dynamic mode, so once the vehicle is warmed up, you get the pops, you get the light crackles. It's nothing too obnoxious, and as many Jaguar enthusiasts say, the V6 in this car is the best sounding V6 ever produced. Now, I asked earlier, how much did you think the car was when it was brand new? Well, this car was just over £70,000 when brand new. And of course, it's been purchased by just one owner and kept with him ever since. So it goes without saying, he clearly loved the car. If you would like to make this car yours, then it's in our showroom, it's ready, it's here to go. If you'd like to come view it or take it for a test drive, then please let me or any of the team know. We'll be more than happy to help. Any questions, give us a shout. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.